This is a system that we installed in Mullingar. It's a 13 panel system. It's a 5.655 kilowatt system, all 435 watt panels. It's a fully optimized system, much like most of the systems that we install. There is three angles on this system, so you have panels on the back, you have panels on the side, which actually is north facing, and you have panels on the front. So we've three in the back, we have five on the side, and we have five on the back. The system currently right now is generating in this weather 2,453 watts. She's consuming 4,500 and pulling 2,000 from the grid. So her ESB is half, okay, and it was spilling rain in here 5 minutes ago, and she was generating still around 1,500 watts. So the system is working even though the panels are north facing. Now a lot of people have the illusion that with the north facing angle with panels that you don't get certain resolution. Of course you don't. However, with the five panels that she's installed on the side, on a sunny day you would get the results of about three, and that's to make it symptomatic. On a sunny day, middle of June, overhead, she's going to get all. Do you know what I mean? But that's just physics. There's nothing we can do about that. So you can put the panels anywhere you wish. On an overcast day, she's going to get the results of all the system. And the reason being is because there's no sunlight, it's daylight, and the panels are going to work off each other. It is optimized, fully optimized, which means all the system is linked together and it works as one. So you could initially shadow the panels on the back completely or stand over them, whatever the case is, and the panels on the side and the front would actually work together. So it's a very smart system to have. And like Orla has an air to water heat pump there as well, so her consumption can be high. And even resetting the app here now, she's generating now 2.8 kilowatts. So all day her ESB is going to be cut by half with an air to water heat pump, and that's just with 13 panels. Now if them 13 panels were in the southern face, she could potentially be generating about 1,500 watts more.
And is there any reason you decided to have them northern face and not southern?
More DC, more panels. I didn't think there was any point with an air to water heat pump here putting in a gross of say 5 and 3, which is 8 panels. It probably would have, right there today now, that system there wouldn't be generating 1,000 watts for her. You know what I mean? Because we've 5 panels facing in the north and it's all synced together. She's generating 2,500 watts. She's generating 1,000 watts more. Do you know what I mean? So like that, and that's nothing now, but it's a lot when you throw it over a month, a couple of months, a year, a couple of years. The payback time is far quicker. But you need to live with it. You need to work with it. When you're consistently running your electricity during the day, or your washing machine, your dryer, your kettle, whatever you're doing, and you're consuming that energy as cars that's being produced, but then you're not buying it from the grid, you're consuming your own. So you initially have your own power that you're generating as well.
Do your systems need direct sunlight, or can they work just off daylight?
Daylight. They're a monocrystalline system, so more sunlight that you have, the more stronger it's going to work. So initially, I'm just resetting the app here again now, okay, and this now she's got to 3,200 watts because there's more sun coming out, but because there's a balance of panels on the side, that's going to compensate as well. And remember, they're all in sync, and there's not much cost difference in doing that because you're just putting in more software and more panels.
What's the difference between 10 and 17 panels?
Big difference. Again, it's down to the direction of the panels, where the location is. Are they optimized or are they not? Our southern face roof of 17 panels would create 7,400 watts initially on a sunny day, but on an overcast day it could generate 1,000 watts. So where's the happy medium? You can't pinpoint that question that you're talking about.
And
there.
what's the cost difference between 10 and 17?
10 and 17, I'd say about £2,000 like. But if you're optimizing it, then you're paying for, an optimizer with the same size, say an iPad or something like that, and they're about 80, maybe 90 quid a piece, and they have to be fixed underneath each individual panel, and it makes that panel work uniquely to itself.
And do all of your clients get full access to that app you have there, so they can see exactly what they're producing?
Yeah, so I'm not going to comment on other companies, but the app that we have, we monitor all our own systems, and I do encourage that they let us do it. So I have a couple of hundred systems on this app, and so is my engineer, my IQC. So if there's an issue with the system or the system goes offline, that will tell us. It'll send us an email and it'll flag that we can actually go in and see what reference it is or whatever the case is. Now that's rare. It can happen if people change their Wi-Fi or something like that and knock it offline, then it'll go mad and tell us it's gone or it's gone off grid or something.
These panels come with a warranty?
Yeah, so the warranty is about 30-year warranty. There's a manufacturer guarantee with it as well, so just short over 30 years. But like 30 years time, you're going to change your panels anyway. Do you know what I mean? And that's just physics. You probably better panels on the market at that stage or whatever case is. These are the newest panels that are on the market, if that's what you're asking. Every company is installing them because there's a high supply of them coming into Ireland. Next year there could be a different size panel, and that is a good question, because the bigger the panel gets, the bigger the dimensions get. So, currently we can fit, 5 panels on the back of that roof, but if we put in, say, 450 or 460 or 480s, we might only get 2 or 3, because they're a far bigger panel. They're 1.1 meter wide by 1.7. You get, 470 watt panel, that's 1.2 meters wide by 2.2. You might only get probably 2 of the panels on it. The location of the panels doesn't matter where it is. You have to take into consideration, this is Ireland. It's raining for 70% of the year, like it's overcast for 20% of that balance, and then it's sunny for, say, 15% of the year. So like, it doesn't matter if it's an overcast day and cloudy and raining and there's no sun. You could have the panels north, south, east, west, it doesn't matter. You're going to get the same results. You put on as many panels as you can. The point of what I'm trying to get across to you is, when you put on those panels, they must be synced together. They have to be put in and installed right. If they're not, it's a mess.